You have heard her name 1,000 times. In sermons, in paintings, in whispered assumptions passed down through centuries like a broken telephone. But almost everything you think you know about Mary Magdalene is wrong. Not slightly wrong. Completely, deliberately, historically wrong. And the real story is far stranger and far more powerful than anything you have been told. Her name appears in all 4 Gospels. That alone should stop you. In a world where women were rarely recorded by name, where their testimony was considered legally worthless in a Roman court, Mary Magdalene is named more than most of the 12 apostles. Matthew names her, Mark names her, Luke names her, John names her. She is there at the crucifixion when nearly every male disciple has fled in fear. She is at the tomb. She is the first human being on earth to see the risen Jesus. The first. Not Peter. Not John. Not any of the 12 men who walked with him for 3 years. So who was she? The name Magdalene almost certainly refers to Magdala, a prosperous fishing town on the western shore of the Sea of Galilee. Scholars like Dr. Joan Taylor, author of What Did Jesus Look Like?, argue this place name designation was a mark of identity and independence. She was not defined by a husband or a father. She was defined by where she came from. That was unusual. That was significant. That was intentional. Luke chapter 8 tells you something else. Mary Magdalene was one of several women who traveled with Jesus and his disciples across Galilee. These women, Luke says, provided for the group out of their own resources. She had means. She had agency. She was not a follower in the margins. She was a financier of the ministry itself. Then there is the other claim, the one that stuck for 14 centuries. In 591 AD, Pope Gregory I delivered a homily, a single sermon in which he merged 3 separate women from the Gospels into one. The unnamed sinful woman who washed Jesus' feet, Mary of Bethany, the sister of Lazarus, and Mary Magdalene. He declared them all the same person. He called her a prostitute. There is no verse in the Bible that says this, not one. The Catholic Church formally acknowledged this error in 1969. But by then, the damage had lasted nearly 1,400 years. Historian Dr. Katherine Ludwig Jansen, in her landmark study The Making of the Magdalene, traces exactly how this false image spread through medieval Europe through art, through theater, through church doctrine. A powerful woman was reduced to a cautionary tale. Her leadership was buried beneath a borrowed sin that was never hers. But the earliest Christian communities remembered her differently. The Gospel of Mary, a text discovered in Egypt and dated to the 2nd century, portrays her as a leader who receives visions directly from Jesus and teaches the other disciples after his resurrection. Peter challenges her authority. She stands firm. Whether or not you treat this text as scripture, it tells you something undeniable. Early followers of Jesus were actively debating her role, and some believed that role was enormous. Think about what the resurrection account actually shows you. Jesus appears first to Mary Magdalene. He tells her to go and tell the others. In the Gospel of John, the word used for this commission is the same word used when Jesus sends out his apostles. She is sent. She carries the most important news in human history on her lips before anyone else. The church eventually gave her a title, Apostola Apostolorum, the apostle to the apostles. Not because of a sin she never committed, because of a mourning she never forgot. You have heard her name 1,000 times. Now, for the first time, you actually know it.